Hello. How you doing? I'm still over here at Shuji and Boy Shorts' place. Choo Choo has gone back to and I'm Jay chillin'. They got back, and I spent the day with Boy Shorts because her knee is acting up and being rude. So we went to the doctor, and I'm still fucking with my hair because why not? And yeah, and then we went to burger night. And burger night was pretty fantastic. I gotta say, it was kind of awesome. I know I've told a number of you about the extra crispy gentleman who is there, and he's lonely, and he's 83, and he had a wife for a very long time. She passed a few years ago. Dude is lonely. So that's his third space. That's his hey, Dawn Gloves. Good to see you, sweetheart. That's where he has community, is at that place. Hey, can't think of a better name. Good to see you. So it's at this backwoods bar, and people know him, and apparently there had been some kind of a misunderstanding a little while ago, and he hadn't been there in a while. But the last time I had seen him there, he had come over to visit our booth, and he was holding hands with me, and he was playing with this ring. And this ring is a spinner ring. It's got two different rows of spinners. So yeah, it's good for fidget bitches like me. Hey, Pamela SP Butterfly, good to see you. Salmon, you're salmon now. Doing gloves, you're salmon. Ooh, I need to see that. So he seemed we were holding hands, and he was playing with my ring, and I showed him that it was a spinner ring, and he got really excited about it. So I ordered one. It was like $2.99 on Temu. I ordered one for him. And so there had been this misunderstanding at the bar, and so he hadn't been there for a while, and I guess he wound up I'm Peter Anderson. Hello, Bilf. Good to see you. You are funny. You're very funny. I am sorry that I ate all the snacks and loudly cried. You didn't eat all of them. I still have snacks here. I am sorry I thought the bidet was a urinal. Hey, at least it wasn't the Dyson hand dryer where you stick your hand into it and it's like the air blades or whatever. I don't know. Worst urinal ever. Anyway, hello, Kimberly Gabaldon, Gretchen Only, and our little Sum is in here too. I love it. So anyway, he hadn't been to the bar for a while, and everybody missed him. The people who worked there, the regulars, everybody. And he had been on the phone with Shuji and Boy Shorts last night, and they're like, listen, you got to be there. Bug has your engagement ring. You got to be there tomorrow. There's no getting around it. So he showed up. It was great to see him. And the whole misunderstanding got cleared up with the bar owner and the owner's wife and one of the servers. And it all got handled. Plus, I gave him his ring, and it only fits on his pinky. I ordered a size 8, and it only fits on his pinky. Fuck do I know about ring sizes, y'all? And he was just enamored. He was so happy for a little ring and just to be appreciated and to know that he had been missed there at that place. And it was bonkers. It was a good night. And Mrs. Cricket's mom and Mrs. Cricket's stepdad also came out and had burgers with us. And so that was fun. Yeah, it was a really good evening. I don't know why this is happening right now, but it might be because I've had about 3 hours of sleep each for the last 2 nights, which is suboptimal. Not gonna lie. Oh, Koala Crofts is here. Heather Mack. Peace and love, babe. Hope it's been a good day for you. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. It's been a pretty good day. Not gonna lie. But yesterday, today we helped make the evening of an extra crispy gentleman. My folks got to meet him, and they were not sure what to make of him at first, but Mom really liked him. Mom thought he was great, and Mom's birthday is tomorrow, by the way. Mrs. Cricket's mom's birthday is tomorrow. Unbeknownst to any of us, as we're all sitting there, me, Shuji, Boy Shorts, Mrs. Cricket's mom, Mrs. Cricket's stepdad, Mr. Cricket's stepdad, and our extra crispy gentleman friend. He got up halfway through the meal and decided to just be sneaky and pay for all of us. He bought everybody's dinner tonight. Crazy. And Mom was very, very full at the end of the meal. Extra crispy folks can be great to hang out with. Can't think of a better name. Absolutely. I am not going to lie. And this guy, he's hilarious. He's quick. And he's an auctioneer. So he's just delighted at the fact that I can roll my R's. And he's pretty convinced that he's going to train me up to be an auctioneer. Mrs. Cricket's mom has to stop in tomorrow for special wishes. I will let her know. I will let her know that her presence is requested. And if she falls asleep ahead of time, that's okay, because I'll just make sure that she's on the replay crew. But we will set aside special time for Mrs. Cricket's mom's birthday. Yeah, he's going to train me up to be an auctioneer. And yeah, and we have a good time. Jen Marie, hi. Oh, you're grateful for us tonight? Well, thank you. I'm just glad that you're here. It's good to see you. Yes, Zena Marlene to Mrs. Cricket's mom, happy birthday. And Kimberly, we're going to do that again tomorrow night, because even though it'll be technically after midnight, whatever. Who cares? Technicalities. Bullshit. When you get to be my age and older, I celebrate a whole birthday season. I don't fuck around with a day. Ain't nobody got time for that. Sleep patterns are shot when you're awake for both 4 a.m. and 4 p.m. Nurses, night shift workers, etc. Yeah, I hear you. Shut up, Matt. Let's get this first Xeno Marlene off the ground, though. Not only to Mrs. Cricket's mom, but to the extra crispy gentleman who's name I will not mention here because I don't have permission. I'll just call him Zinu Marlena. I didn't breathe right. Everybody partake. Cheers. What if there were I am super good at choking on my own spit. I don't know if you were aware, but if choking on your own spit was an Olympic sport, I would have like 97 gold medals. To Evan Wright for you, please, Jen Marie. To Evan Wright. Absolutely. What if there was such a thing as hot carlists who were carlists who were also into hot Carls? Bilf, I think you might be the Velociraptor in disguise. You resent the fact that you still can't breathe your own spit. Oh my God, caveman. Seriously. As do I. I've normally just objected to the fact that I'm this good at choking on my own spit, but I like the way that you put it. That's a good one. Hello, Trish Ryan. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back to Extra Crispy Gentlemen. Yes, to Mr. and to Evan Wright. You legit think it's an ADD, ADHD thing. That's interesting, caveman, because I've never considered myself ADD or ADHD. But I know that my mom is. And yet I'm fairly certain that I inherited this skill from her. And I am legit Olympic level gold medal. We'll be back after the 25th when they finish putting the outer ear implant. Oh, okay. All right. Go kick it in the ding-ding at work, caveman. Kick it hard. Put your back into it. Do that thing. Give it a little extra something from me. Stupid work, anyway. Thank you, Trish. Thank you. Let's see. So, Luau. Y'all, I didn't broadcast last night, and we were on the way home. Shar, did somebody say ding ding? Yeah, I think they did. I think it was Caveman, and she's going to kick it in the ding ding. I believe in her. Nudist steam train enthusiasts buff chuff buffs. Holy palindrome, Batman. Nice. It's amusing and a palindrome, except for that extra S on the end. So if we just make it singular, then they would be a nudist steam train enthusiast would be a buff chuff buff. Yes, Trish, Shar is absolutely going on the cruise. She absolutely is. So I got to talk about this luau, guys. we were on our way home. We didn't leave the Twin Cities until I want to say around midnight. Not going to lie. I want to say that it was around midnight. And the people that can back me up on that are Rio for Life Kim D and SPTV Tattoo Warrior. We got going a little bit late because I got to sleep really late, and I woke up to a phone call, and then the doorbell rang, and it was Kim D. And I'm like, holy crap, what time is it? She's like, well, it's 11:30, actually. She was a little late getting me because things were happening. I will. I'm assuming that that's the photo that you sent me. Also, is the song that you sent me, Shut Up, Matt, is that you usually tell me if it's meds related, but I don't know if it's meds related. So let me know if it is. And if it's not, let me know when an appropriate time to play it would be. And expect that I'll probably get on that like significantly later than you've actually said it would be appropriate, because that's just how I roll. Anyway, so I had to go shamble through a shower real quick and then get dressed, and I scampered out of here. It is okay, cool. Thank you, Matt. And we got on the road, and we chatted at each other the whole time, and we got down to the thing. I got the notification of Lana's hula while we were on the road, so I watched that live while it was happening. And we got down there, I want to say around 4:30. So we caught the tail end of it. But the tail end of it wasn't really the tail end of it, because even though there were some people there earlier in the day that I missed, like Nance Drew, I didn't get to see her. And I'm kind of sad about that. Shout out, Nance Drew. So sorry I missed you. But it was incredible. First of all, we pulled into the parking lot just as Jilbo Baggins and her lovely, lovely husband were heading back to their car. And by the time we got parked, time for We Gonna Kick It in the Ding Ding merch. Kicked him in the ding ding. It's even funnier because Rio for Life Kim D carries an actual musical triangle with her. Ding ding. Kicked him in the ding ding. I'm almost thinking that it might be better merch for her than it is for me, but dang. Anyway, so we got there, and I had been sitting in the car for three some odd hours and launched myself from the thing, running across a Wells Fargo parking lot, screaming, Jilbo! And how do the YouTube people become real in meat space? Dimensional merge? That's very possible. It's very possible. So much of it seemed really surreal to me, and I'm probably going to wind up having dreams about it, because these are people that I've only ever seen on screens. And I got to see people in person that had only been ever flat before. It kind of fucked me up. So I went screaming over to Jilbo, because she and I have actually met before. Yeah, go find some pants, Char. Good job. And I gave her a big hug, and we talked just for a few moments. And she and the husband left. It was hot, y'all. It was hot as balls, and the humidity was stupid. Like, it can be, and everybody's like, well, was it 110 degrees? Because that's what it was here. Yeah, I don't know. It was not. It was 93. But with the humidity, that pops the heat index way up because the humidity was ridiculous. The humidity was absolutely stupid. 10,000 lakes. Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes. No wonder everything's so fucking humid. Pants are on, getting cozy. That is too many degrees. I agree. It was miserable in Detroit today, too. I bet it was, Jen Marie. But we got in, and we're walking around. I found Nat. I got, big hug, and Mama Opal took a photo of Kim and Nat and myself. Hello, Kate D. Light. Good to see you. Welcome back. So that was the first photo that was taken. There were I didn't take any photos on my phone. I just didn't. Kim did. She took a great selfie of me, herself, and SPTV Tattoo Warrior Barb. And I'll show you that in a little bit. I'll take some of your humidity over here. Ms. Peggy Porpington is 2.78 pounds of snotty nose from the dry, cold weather. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Char. That sucks. So, yeah, it was gross. Weather-wise, it was just gross. So much sweat. Queen Thetan was there, and she was helping out. And at one point, I had been rummaging around in the cooler for a beverage, a sparkling water. Yes, many lakes equals many mosquito. Absolutely. I had been rummaging around with one hand in the cooler. I got myself a beverage. I'm in Vegas and it dry and 1,000 degrees. Ugh. But imagine if it was 1,000 degrees plus like Wisconsin or Minnesota humidity, Gretchen. And you know how worse it makes it. Anyway, so I've got this freezing cold hand that I've just been rummaging through a cooler filled with ice is. Well, hey, from eating $1.50 lunch here in Bangkok. Hello, Nat M. Welcome. Temperature is cool, 89 degrees, and the humidity is 80%. That's a high humidity. I don't recall seeing you here before, Nat M, and I am glad that you were here. Thank you so much for visiting. Humidity no me gusta. Facts. Verdad. Gretchen only. Sounds swampy. Oh, 100 P. Charmichael. Yeah, the humidity's in full force. No joke. Anyway, I walked back into the guest house with this freezing cold hand, and Queen Thetan was there, and she had been helping, changing out trash bags, doing all sorts of stuff, cleaning up. just being helpy, being of service. It was amazing. And I was like, okay, I have a gift for you, Queen Thetan. May I touch you? And she said, yes, of course you can. And I slid my hand just under the very top of her shirt, so like right at the top of her spine, my freezing cold hand. And she's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then I flipped it over, pulled it out from her shirt and put it at the base of her skull on the back of her neck. And she was damn near crumpling. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And because I had seen how badly she was sweating before, but she's running around and she's doing the thing. And, bless her for it. So I wanted to help any way I could. And sometimes just having one freezing cold hand that you can apply to the skin does the thing. So I did that. That was pretty cool. And I'm trying to remember who all I met up with. And it's difficult for me because I'm so bad with names. But yeah, like meeting Warm Human. Is it totes amaze? It is totes amaze. Hello, A. Kenneth. Good to see you. I mean, peeps transformed from one line at a time text to Warm Human. Yeah, absolutely. Shar, it was stunning. Like we saw Nat, we sought her out almost immediately. So that we could say our hellos. We signed in on the guest book. We met Mama Opal. We met Granny G, who was an absolute delight of a human being. Windy City Thetan Watch was there, and I chatted briefly with him. Free Xeno Project from Farsec. FXP was there. If you have hands, you should work as a medical line. They are famous to have freezing hands. Nat, I know, right? Seriously. Normally, my hands aren't cold, but I had just been fishing through a cooler full of ice and water. It was very cold. And so I thought, may as well apply it to somebody who is completely overheated. You're having that kind of air we can hear here in Pennsylvania. The air you can wear here in Pennsylvania too. I'm so sorry, Barry. I know how it be. Hello, Anne Maria Plevier. Good to see you. So yeah, Mama Opal, Granny G. We hung out with SPTV Hall Monitor, FXP, Windy City, Jersey Jen. No, it's Pennsylvania is a real place, but it's actually just Pennsylvania. We refer to it, a lot of people in the New York, New Jersey, Pensy area refer to it as Pennsylvania very frequently, especially if you're in the hinterlands. You're not in either filthy or Pittsburgh. A lot of the rest of it is farmland. King of Prussia has a mall. Harrisburg, in theory, has some kind of civilization. But, I mean, a lot of it, farmland and Amish people. So, but yeah, so, Pennsylvania. A lot of it is referred to as Pennsylvania. Half the time I just call it Pensy. I mean, I've lived there, so, I've kind of earned it. I think my favorite thing Of course, we got to meet Lana, and Lana was the sweetest. We met Tony's sons, who were the most amazing humans, especially for young male humans, teenage and early 20s. I don't know how old they are, but they look to be late teens. Maybe one of them is early 20s. I don't know. But I just happened to show up and they introduce themselves. Hi, I'm, and they've got the hand out. They want to shake my hand. Really engaged, so present, so down to earth, in the moment, completely engaged and interested in other people. I got compliments on my shirt. I was wearing this shirt, the Hoeing Ain't Easy. I was wearing this shirt. I got compliments on this shirt. My sneakers, like the hair, everything. So many compliments. I got told that this was this shirt, the jeans, the Hawaiian shirt that Kim D loaned me. The sneakers, the hair, the whole thing, I got told was a pretty solid fit. That's a hell of a compliment. These guys, they looked you in the face. They were they were so present and they were so interested, and it seemed really sincere. And that's a friggin' skill. And it is a testament to the people who raised them. I met Nat's daughter, Shelby. She is an absolute delight. Lana is amazing. I'm sure you already know that. If you saw the hula that she performed, that she created for Tony. Yeah. I mean, just every person every representative of that family from either side. Just mind-blowing human beings. And it was an honor to be in their presence, just because there are so few like them. It was really amazing. But I think one of my favorite parts is and something that I'm going to be reliving for quite some time is something that I'm going to tell you after night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Night meds. Time for night meds. They can help your physiology. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time. A snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. Remember to sip first so the things don't stick. Wait, Nat M, what time is it right now in Thailand? In Bangkok, where you are? Let us know. I'm imagining like Bigfoot and DB Cooper chatting in the corner and everyone just being cool about it. You know what, Bilf? Honestly, you're not far off. That's kind of how it felt. It was the so much surrealness of the day. It was absolutely surreal. What do we got here? Ooh, Max. Hi, Max. Good to see ya. Okay, come on. Let's go. My son deployed to his first campaign fire in California as the F-band fire behavior analyst. That's the maestro. Wow. Congratulations, Max. That's amazing. Congrats to your son. And congrats to you for raising him. If you did, I don't know really anything about that at all. I may have overspoken. Apologies if I did. Yeah, that's awkward. Anyway, cheers to Max and his son. Nat says, here I freeze my ass off just going into an aircon mall or a 7-Eleven. Body adapts to climate. Yeah, I hear you. No, it's not 3 states merged, Shar. It's just 3 states that refer to one of the 3 in the same way. Like anyone in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania is going to know what you're talking about when you say Pennsyltucky. Show me the t-shirt, please. I have a runny joke at our place about hoeing. Yes, Anne Maria, I will do that. This is the t-shirt. Were you sent here by Denver Steve-O? Hoeing ain't easy. There you go. That's enough titties. Central PA is nice. Been to the Little League World Series 6 times. Very nice, Peter Anderson. Your fam is from Pittsburgh. Hey, Kenneth. Raining wet and cold here in Melbourne. Well, it's winter there. At least you're not getting snow. Aw, my sweet ho. Thank you, Shar. It is a great shirt, isn't it, Anne Maria? I love it. Hello, Mary. Good to see you. Do. You know what? I don't sip first. Shar, because you live life on the edge. You're a rebel. Usually Melbourne weather is very changeable, but it seems to have changed. It seems to have decided it's raining all week. I'm getting lots of knitting done. It's been raining. Okay, so we just had like a couple days streak up here where it didn't rain, and then today it decided to pour for like 5 minutes, and then it just shut off. I don't know. Like some guy who looks suspiciously like an aged Pat Broker manning the grill, and everyone keeps giving him knowing nods. If there had been a grill, fuck yes. Hello, Lost Mittens. Good to see you. Yes, Bill Boobs. To Max and son. Hell yeah. It's 5 p.m. in Melbourne. Okay, so what time is it in Bangkok? Night meds. First time doctor tried night meds for me to sleep. I was 18 months. They don't work. My sister transforms them into speed. The joy of being narcoleptic. Only OT 420 helps. Oh my God. Kate D. Light. I am so sorry. But at least you have something that helps. You can feel it. Narcoleptic. Boogie woogie woogie. I'm sorry. I know that's not actually how narcolepsy works, but it always has kind of cracked me up that I was able to rewrite the electric slide to be narcoleptic instead. But my brain is a very strange and interesting place to be. So this is what happens. And it's natural. Yeah, absolutely. I know people who have I was just discussing this with somebody actually very recently who said that their body, like, Benadryl is supposed to make you drowsy. It didn't do that for them. It made them go zzz. And the things that were supposed to make them hyper made them just calm. And I'm like, yep, that's what happens. That's that ADD. What the hell, Crick? What? I know. It's the narcoleptic song. I'm a bad person and I do bad things. I'm sorry if I offended you, Heather Mack. I'm sorry. But I just, I had to. I make jokes out of things. They're not always appropriate. Benadryl gives you diarrhea. Oh my God, Bilf. That's awful. Hey, Kelly BC. Hi, Cricket, just popping in for a bit and saying hi. Glad you had a great day with Nat and everyone today. It was yesterday, but yeah, I really did. Really did. It was incredible. And I'm still telling all of the stories about it. Update on my aunt. Her cancer has spread. They are stopping chemo and going to pill form and talking about hospice. It was an emotional day for our family. Mary, I am so sorry. Can we get some ones in the chat for Mary? That sucks. 1:54 p.m. in Bangkok. Okay. Thank you, A. Kenneth. I appreciate that. My BF's household says rotary hoe every time they get up ready to finally do something. Nice. Nice one, Anne Maria. Yesterday was sorry. Oh, no, I'm not having a meta issue. It was just acting. Hello, Yowski. Yes, I do like Eminem. I do feel that he needs a therapist or 3. All right, let's get Matt's song going. This is Shut Up Matt's meds related song. So if you haven't taken your meds yet, your day meds or night meds, then it might be time to do that. And Shut Up Matt has a song to help you go with it.
I saw the night meds waiting on my bedside table. Da 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 da. I held the glistening pill just tight in my hand. Da 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 da. They'll help my suffering. I put the pills in my mouth and fretted no more. My night meds. Da 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 da. My night meds. Da 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 da. So before my feet have left the floor, I put the pills in my mouth and fretted no more. I put the pills in my mouth and fretted no more.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Shut Up, Matt. That was lovely. It was actually Boy Shorts who was talking to me today, and she said that she is loving your musical contributions. Yeah, she thinks it's great. Thank you. Praying she doesn't react to the pill form of chemo. It has to be approved. They are $200 a pill. That in itself, I think, is really fucked up, Mary. The fact that anything can be $200 a pill and it's not made from actual, like, precious gems and titanium and rare earth metals and shit like that. The fact that they're charging $200 a pill because they can, that pisses me off. I'm really sorry, Mary. Show the cup, the coffee cup. I know. Shut up, Matt. Calm down. Take a breath. Susan P. Hello. Good to see ya. All right. The cup, the coffee cup. Somebody's very excited. It's going to be backwards anyway, right? But I'll read it to you. So satisfying that Costa Coffee letters can be colored in for milk type: coconut, oat, soya, tit, almond. Costa Coffee, coconut, oat, soya, tit, almond. They've given her a year at the most. I don't want her to suffer. That, you know what? And of course you don't want her to suffer. Hey, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Good to see you, Miss By God, Georgia. Hi there, catching up. Hi, Scooter Mom. Good to see you. Welcome back. Anyone heard from Half and Allen recently? They're scampering about. I think they're taking a bit of a break. I don't know. I haven't gotten any messages from either one of them. But I assume that they are okay. I think we would have heard otherwise if they weren't. Anyway, the thing, like, I got to meet and hug Jenna Miscavige, Natalie Webster, Oh No Nora, A.A. Ron, oh my God, right? That was crazy. It was awesome. I didn't get a chance to really chat with any of them to have an actual meaningful conversation, because there's so much going on and I'm socially awkward and I really have no idea what to do beyond introducing myself, even though I know I have things to say to all of them. Hello, Yadira. But I caught a glimpse of a certain person's hair in the other room not long after we arrived. And so I kind of sidled into that room and I was behind that person, and that person knew that I was behind them. And when they turned around, significantly taller than I expected. I thought she was much shorter than she is. When she turned around, the look on her face when she recognized me blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. When feral Cheryl realized that I was the one that's standing in front of her and knew who I was, her jaw dropped, her whole face lit up, and her jaw dropped, and she gave me the fiercest hug. And then she pulled me back and she looked at me and then she gave me another great big hug. It was amazing. Because I never expected that kind of reception, welcome, anything. I never expected that. And I didn't expect that from Cheryl. It was incredible. And that reaction is something that I'm going to hold close to myself for a really long time. Because that was just mind-blowing. But as she was hugging me, Jersey Jen was over there going, "Oh my God, wait, I know her, Cricket." I was so busy being involved with Cheryl and being in that moment and being present and hugging her back with everything that I had, that it wasn't until after the dual hug happened that I was able to look over and say, "Yes, I am Cricket. Hi." Cheryl is awesome. Oh, it's time to feed the ducks. Okay, Anne Maria, say hi to the ducks for me, please. I appreciate that. I love them. But when the other creators were wandering by, I mean, freaking Jenna Miscavige. I'm like, "Hi, my name is Cricket, aka Chow Yun Smut," and she had the look of recognition. She's like, "Oh, I know who you are." She gave me a hug. Aaron gave me a hug. Nora, she walked in. I'm like, "Oh no, Nora!" And then I introduced myself, and I got a big hug from her, and that was incredible. And I got multiple hugs from Natalie, and I gave her hugs from me and from you. Panda Kelly, hello. Rose Staten, hello. And it was incredible. But of all of those interactions, the reaction from Feral Cheryl, I gotta say, almost made me cry. Because who am I? I'm just some little dipshit in the middle of the night hanging out with people in the corner booth, I'm not out protesting. I'm not doing important work. I fangirled for all of you, Yadira. You are not fucking kidding. Oh, you used to be Workaholic Panda. Okay. Well, welcome. Because we need more Kellys in the world. I love it. Bring more chaos. I did. I fangirled for all y'all. I mean, yeah, I've been... Hey, Janelle H. Sounds like a hugapalooza. You totally deserve to be hugged. It was a hugapalooza. Hey, Corgalopagus. Good to see you. Welcome back. Riley's human. Oh my God. Hi, Cricket and friends. I don't comment much, but here almost every night. Shut the fuck up. That's amazing. Riley's human, thank you so much for saying something. I love that you're here. Hey, Pam Fredette, good to see you. Yeah, oh, I fangirled. I fangirled hard. My sister George, hi. So after everything was all done and they were kicking us out, they're like, "We're just trying to have dinner with the people who were staying here." So, and they were super polite about it, but they're like, "Maybe if you could just kind of gently fuck off a little bit, we would like to." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. That's totally fine. I ain't mad about that." So we walked around in Excelsior. We went to the brewery that was nearby because we thought that that was kind of where the after party was going to happen. And we got down there. There were none of our crew in there. We each got a 420 beverage and like a seltzer. And this whole time I hadn't seen Barb, SPTV Tattoo Warrior, the Barb. And so I was like, what the fuck? And then she sent me photos, group photos of everybody that was, all the channel creators that were there that had taken place. And I love that she texted them to me, but I'm like, where the F are you? Wanted to let you know to book me in the hotel, give me a call. Pam, I'm assuming then that you saw the Facebook post in the group. Just drop me an email, sweetheart. I'll give you a call. I'll try to remember, but I'm making the rooming list largely off of the emails that I'm getting. But I will try to remember to give you a call. Please remind me. Please remind me. I've got a lot of synaptic flatulence right now, especially after having my mind blown repeatedly yesterday. But thank you, Pam. Yeah, so we left and we're in the brewery and I'm texting with Barb and I'm like, where the F are you? I'm here. Where are you? She's like, oh, I went back to the Airbnb. Thank you, Pam. I don't have a car to get me where you are. Crap. I'm like, well, if you tell me the address of the Airbnb, would you mind us coming over to visit? This is who I'm with. I'm with Kim D. Rio for Life, Kim D. And she sent me the address and I'm like, do you mind if we visit? She's like, please. So we took our beverages and we got up and out and we fled. And we went to Uptown Minneapolis, which was a mere 26 minutes away. It's like, from here to the gym. And so we got to hang out with Barb. And that was when we hung out with Barb and Amy, who is now SPTV hall monitor. And we hung out there until damn near midnight. We had some great chats. Amy had to leave earlier than that, but Kim, Barb, and I hung out for the rest of the night. I didn't get back here until like 3:30 yesterday morning. Technically yesterday morning. But I feel like we had really constructive talks. We had Barb was busy doing something. She was busy making something. I was able to contribute a little bit to that creative endeavor, and that made me proud. And we all just kind of played the getting to know you game in person, which was cool. But it was the hanging out. It was the meeting somebody and seeing how their personality is when they're not just words in the chat. It's Yeah, the whole thing was freaking surreal. It was completely surreal. And I'm going to have to get Kim back because I owe her for gas money. But it was absolutely surreal. And I am so glad. And all we can talk about now is that what an amazing time we had. What a good time we had. I am, like I said, I am socially awkward. I don't deal with crowds very well, but I did my best to not have any kind of an anxiety freak out. And I didn't feel like when I had to remove myself from a room that felt too crowded to me, I had the ability to do that. And even though it may have looked awkward or inept socially, I was able to do that and nobody called me out on it anyway. Um Also, by the way, everything that you have seen and supposed about Jenna Miscavige, she is absolutely 100% who she comes off as on her channel. When you see her, you look at her and you think, okay, she is pocket-sized and soft-spoken and does not wish to be in the spotlight. That is her. I've seen it in person, can confirm 100%. But also so sweet and really nice. But I feel like she was feeling the same way about the crowds that I was. It's not her jam. She doesn't want to be noticed. She doesn't want to be judged. Oh, she's absolutely badass, 100%. And that bitch can bite. And we know it. But our little Jenkila, so sweet, so soft-spoken, so pleasant. She's ready with a smile. But, you know, we recognize our own, the awkward. We know. So I was able to see how wildly uncomfortable she was when things started getting crowded. And she would seek to go to other places within the guest house or outside just because it was too crowded, unless somebody gave her a specific thing to focus on, a conversation, a talking point, or whatever. Really sweet though. Really sweet, so genuine. Hers is one of the first ex-Scientology memoirs that I ever read. So she's always been kind of up there in the pantheon for me. And just I was very pleased to meet her and to see that there's no pretense there. There's no character. She doesn't have to be on. She's just her. And 100% what you see is what you get. Nora really felt the same way. Natalie is absolutely the same way. She was a little bit more subdued, though, and I honestly don't blame her. And I desperately hope that Natalie was stoned out of her fucking mind yesterday, because as much as she needed to be there and she wanted to be there, and this was a whole thing, having gone through something in 2022 with my own sister, not my chosen person, but my sister, I know how healing and how hellacious at the same time these gatherings can be. And if you never break character, it is like not being in character at all. Well, that's fair enough, Bilf. And I mean, if anyone would know. Heather Mack says, I feel like Sterling is the same, nice and sweet from the same fam. And I haven't met Sterling, but he does seem genuine. I haven't met him in person. I've met Jenna now. And that was pretty crazy for me. Like, all I needed was like characters from a Fellini film in the next room, and my life would have been complete. Good morning, jazzy girl Sarah. Good to see you. Yeah, it was no, you spelled it right the first time, Heather. He doesn't spell it with an I. You're good. There's only one I in Sterling, as far as I know. I have not been in Sterling. Wow. That escalated very quickly. But yeah, they were just, Aaron gave me that kind of nervous sort of laugh that says, I have no idea what to say here when we were talking. But Aaron seemed like Aaron. Jenna was absolutely what you see on the screen. Nora was going through some shit. Apparently, somebody had posted some stuff on the internet that she felt she had to react to. And I think she was probably coming down from that. Plus, dealing with a cubic assload of humans all in the same space at the same time. And it was kind of mind-blowing for a lot of people. But yeah, I really hope that somebody, totally that. Yes. I know I'm not the only awkward one. Oh, what an awkward boy. Oh, what an awkward boy. Yeah, that's totally him. But also, huge, tremendous, tall, brr, I mean, the whole nine. And yet, when we met up with Barb, this was the funniest thing. She just looked at me, and Barb, there's no pretense about Barb. Barb is just gonna say it. She's just gonna say it. If it's, I don't know that there's a whole lot in the way of filter between brain and mouth. If she thinks it, she's probably going to say it. She just looked at me, and one of the first things she said was, I thought you'd be taller. You look taller on the internet. I'm like, what? What? But apparently I present here as taller. I am not tall, y'all. Not at all. I'm not the tiniest bit tall. I'm not short. I'm concentrated. I'm 5'2.5". That half inch is important. Y'all know it. But I haven't made a secret of it. Apparently, something about my neck and my shoulders makes me appear taller than I actually am. So, I don't want to fool anybody. I don't want anyone to be misled. I am not a tall woman. I will never be willowy. I'm small and have many crumple zones. If we thrived in actual society, we probably wouldn't be people who lived comfortably in these internet spaces. I don't know. I don't get out much. Janelle, I hear you. Really, Quirkalopagus? I look 5'7". Peter Anderson, you thought I was taller. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I have a tall personality. I love that, Pamela. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm as I've been saying for a long time, I'm not short. I'm concentrated. 5'2.5". Yep. Oh, you're horizontally challenged. I'm vertically, or no, you're vertically challenged. I'm horizontally gifted. It's my presence. Maybe it's your voice. You have a presence with that voice. Okay, thank you, Janelle. All of y'all thought I was taller. That's amazing to me. Riley's human. You don't give yourself enough credit, Cricket. Well, I mean, yeah. Admitted. Each of our SPTV friends help all of us in their own special way in this big world. I don't doubt that I'm helpful. I just don't expect to be recognized. You know, especially because I don't consider myself SPTV. That's not the majority of what we talk about most days. I mean, today, obviously, it's very SPTV heavy. You have deceived us with a world of miniature items. I don't know. Glass looks pretty big, right? It's a standard Pilsner sized tumbler, which is almost full hand height. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Bills. I don't mean to deceive you. I think it really just blew me out of the water the way that people recognized me. And it wasn't everyone by any means. Far more people recognized Kim D than me when we gave our YouTube handles. Far more people knew who she was than me. And that's totally okay. I'm not upset about that at all. Like I said, the one thing I'm going to carry with me was Feral Cheryl's reaction to seeing me standing behind her. That just blew my tiny little mind. Daniel McClellan, good to see you. But I mean, I'm not SPTV because I feel like if I described myself as that, it would be disingenuous. You'd totally fangirl if you got to see me in public. Sarah, I would fangirl if I got to see you in public. So there. I must say that I appreciate you so much. I've been down lately. Oh, George, I'm sorry. Feeling insignificant and invisible, and you are always so good to acknowledge me and make me smile. You're not insignificant at all. We love to have you here, and I hope I can make you smile. I made somebody spit out their Coca-Cola, and I made somebody else shoot, I think, coffee through their nose. I did both of those last week. When I received that kind of thing, that kind of feedback saying that I did that, I know that I'm doing it right. That's important to me. Good thing this came out now. The shock of seeing 5'2.5" cricket on the ship might be too much of a shock. Or I might just wander right beneath their radar because I'm not tall enough to be within their line of general sight. And people tend not to look either up or down. Most people tend to look straight ahead. We put the blinders on ourselves. Aw, Debbie! Hi, ye! Loved meeting you yesterday. Agreed on every single thing you just said about Jenna. She was so genuine and sweet. She really is. She really is. And I know that it's probably difficult for her to feel comfortable having in-depth conversations with people that she doesn't know and maybe can't trust because she doesn't know them. And it's completely natural for that distrust to be there. But I would love to have some conversations with her when it wasn't such a harried, chaotic environment, you know? She seemed like an absolute gem of a human being. And the fact that when I introduced myself and she recognized my YouTube name, she gave me a great big hug. And that blew my mind as well. Not as much as the look on Feral Cheryl's face, because I'm gonna hang on to that for quite some time. But the fact that she recognized me and knew who I am. I knew that Aaron knew who I am, knows who I am, knew who I was, knows who I am. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. It was very surreal in a number of ways. The whole experience yesterday was just, I don't know. I'm working who I be. I know, right, Janelle? Seriously. It was an experience that I'm really, really, really pleased and honored to have had. And I'm glad I got to spend the time there and back with Kim so that we could hash it all out and try to figure out how we were feeling, and we could fangirl and we could flap and we could make jokes and we could just talk about it all. It was just yesterday was a really singular day. It really stood out for sure. And I'm so happy that I went. And I'm I gave Natalie multiple hugs, and I saw so many they said that, I think Natalie said today in her post that about 250 people came through. That's a lot. Oh, and they gave out little goodie bags. Little aloha thank you bags. And they had different things in them. Yes, Cricket, that ½ inch of yours plus my 3/4 of an inch are each important. I'm 5'2" and 3/4, as I mentioned here in chat not long ago. I'm taller than my dad's dad, who is only 5 feet, like Navy Davy. Nice. I love it, Barry. When we wonder why we are here, it's because these fellow humans can feel the love from fellow humans. The cult experience is something we can fight with them, for sure. Tony really was a wonderful human and touched us all, and clearly raised his kids in the same mindset, worldview, values that he had, because man, those gentlemen just amazing. Just amazing gentlemen. So this little goodie bag, you got a lei, and some tissues, which is really important. A candy, a little, just a little hard candy, a little lolly. Lip balm, because y'all know the key to my heart is lip balm, right? And there were various different things in the different bags. I got a magnet with, I'm trying to show it so that you guys can see, with Nat and Tony in front of Scientology. Other people got crocheted thetans. Some people got small bars of ivory soap. I don't understand the ivory soap, but it could be just a joke that I'm missing. I don't consider myself to be the brightest crayon in the shed, but Kim D got a crocheted thetan in her little goodie bag, and that was pretty cool. The fact that they gave goodie bags at a celebration of life is pretty bonkers, and I am looking forward to putting this magnet up on our fridge, because I'm honored to be looking at the two of them any old time. I think it's great. It was just super cool. It was, the whole experience was so stinking cool. Plus, I mean, lip balm, y'all. Moisturizing and soothing. Beeswax, coconut oil, shea butter, olive oil, vitamin E. Good stuff. I love lip balm. The way to my heart is through lip products, and I think we all know that at this point. But yeah, it was you don't expect to go to a celebration of life and have a really good time, and then have a really good time hanging out in a random Airbnb afterward. But we really did. It was great. And I'm going to pull up the photo that Kim took, because Barb said that she was not good at selfies. And do either of you know how to take a decent selfie? Because I don't know how to do it. That's the three of us. Kim took it. I did get to meet George Debbie Zito. I did. He was the first person that I walked up to, actually, because he had a name tag on, but I also recognized him. I did. I walked up to him and introduced myself, and he gave me a hug, and he was lovely. And I got to also see CNZ McKenna. I got to see her and greet her. We only spoke very briefly. It was kind of an in passing thing, but I did get to meet George, and I did get to meet Sandy McKenna. Mama Opal, like I said, took a photo. Other people took photos. I'm in some other photos, but I don't know who took all of them. I got to see Feral Cheryl holding a spatula over Aaron's head, and I know that those photos are going to come out if they haven't already. We cackled. Maybe I missed you talking about it, but was there ukulele music? I didn't see, or rather, I didn't hear ukulele music. But I also didn't spend a whole lot of time outside, and that's where the music mostly was. They had a speaker set up. That's where the music mostly was outside, and outside did not have the air conditioning. I am weak. I'm a delicate flower. So I needed the AC. Yesterday was brutal down there. And even though we walked all the way down to Lake Minnetonka and back practically, not live, but yes, on a speaker. Okay. Oh, so there was, Debbie, you're saying there was ukulele music on the speaker. Okay, awesome. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by it at all. But it was a really heartfelt celebration of Tony. Gretchen, I got to tell you, his sons were their behavior is such a credit to him. Absolutely amazing. Just stunning. The humans that they are. Tells me, even though I didn't get to meet Tony in life, tells me a whole lot about his character off camera. It tells me everything I needed to know about his character and their mother's character. They raised some really, really amazing humans. And that's what I have to say about that. They were just, I mean, I was blown away. Kim's like, "Are you their favorite auntie or something?" I'm like, I haven't met them before. But when somebody, when one of these young gentlemen told me that that's a solid fit, I was like, dang, that's probably the best compliment I've had from somebody under the age of 30 in ever. Ukulele. Oh my goodness. That, ladies and gentlemen, shut up, Matt, with a ukulele. But yeah, I mean, it really was a heartfelt celebration of him, of the human that he was. It was also a true representation of the legacy that he leaves behind. There was so much love on display there. And Yeah, just a lot. It was fantastic. Hey, Kelly BC, headed out. We'll catch the rest on replay. Thanks for being there. I was so happy to be there. And you're only going to have about 15 minutes to catch up on because I'm going to start wrapping things up. We've been rocking for an hour and a half now. I know I went on late, but yeah, I'm going to wrap things up. Anyway, you have a good one, Kelly BC. Rest well when you get there. Yeah, it was the whole situation was amazing. I'm really glad that I had somebody who is equally as socially awkward as I. Hello, David Divine. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. It always makes me happy when you stop by. The fuck was I saying? Oh, somebody who I think is equally as socially awkward, because Kim D is doing her own deconstructing and dealing with her own kind of thing and sort of emerging herself into the world. And so we both process things in different ways and we see things from different perspectives. But we had a lot of really good time to kind of hash things out and figure out where we were and trade perspectives. And it was the whole thing was good. Creepster woke up to pee. Love and peace. Love and peace. I love and miss you too, Creepy, and I'm glad that you popped in. I hope that your pee was satisfying, and I hope that you get back to sleep very, very soon. Indeed. To Tony. Xenu Marlene to Tony. I would be happy to do a stream with you, David. Please feel free to email me. I would love to talk with you. To Tony, y'all. And hello, Kate, who is a different Kate from Kate Delight. I love it. David, if you wanna email me, chowyunsmut@gmail.com. It should also be down in the description box. Right below here. Not in my cleavage. Right below the stream. The screen. The window. To Tony. I love that people are toasting to Tony. 100%. But yeah, I think it's time. Oh my God, you're Kate and it's never too late. You damn right, Kate. I love that. I love it so much. Yeah, Kelly, see, you're telling people don't forget to hit the like. I am being the most negligent YouTuber ever. I didn't talk about it at all. So let's do the housekeeping, shall we? Please remember to hit the like or the dislike, whichever you choose. I'm not here to tell you what to think. We're not in a cult. I would just really love the engagement with the page. So please hit the like or the dislike. Check your subscription status. Are you still subscribed? YouTube be YouTubing, and they are unsubscribing people on the regular. So please check to make sure. I've lost like 3 or 4 in the last 24 hours. So check your subscription status, please. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would hit that button because it's fast, it's free, and it's painless. And the painless part is my favorite part. We do have memberships here. We have channel memberships. I only have one level. It's $2.99 a month. $2.99 a month. You get a cute little badge next to your name. You get fun little emojis. They're so random because so are we, right? When you hit the subscribe button, also tickle my notification bell. Tickle my bell. Select all notifications. And that way you get notified every time my random ass goes online. We've got the memberships, we've got the super chats, all of that stuff. If you want to support the channel in a way that YouTube doesn't eat 30% of, or if you want to contact me, all of the ways to do that are down below in the description box. My email address, the P.O. box, if you want to send me a postcard or a letter or hate mail or whatever, and whatever. It's all down there. Love letters, hate mail. I don't care. It's all stuff coming into my P.O. box, and I get kind of excited about it. The Amazon wish list, which was by popular demand, the chat made me do it. Also, the PayPal and the Venmo that Denver Steve-O made me get. All of that stuff is right down there. And those options mean that YouTube doesn't get to munch on 30% of it. So, rock on. Anyway, none of it is required. I'm just doing the responsible YouTuber thing. What do we got here? Our Tony strong forever. Hell yes, Kate D. Light. May Tony's family be blessed all the days of their lives. Yes. And may his memory continue to be a blessing. I hope Natalie shares some of their trip to Hawaii for Tony's paddle off. Her family's tribute dance to her dad on Waikiki Beach was awesome. Our nephew in the Army took us to Duke's. Nice. Lyle Lillywort. Hello, Lyle. Definitely still subbed. I'm glad to hear it, Kate. Just tickled. Yeah, while you're tickling my bell. Yeah, while you're down there. Thanks again for another relaxing late night chat in the midst of these wacky, stressful times. Namaste. From beautiful Central PA. I lived in Pottstown. I'm familiar with PA, y'all. And yeah, it's come on up now, because Kimberly Gabaldon is our queen for this sort of thing. One more for the road, Xenu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One more sip ought to get it. One last chip till we quit it. And for Tony, one more for the road. On our way back, we saw literally gobs of deer, like more than 20. I appreciate you, Kelly BC, and I love you, Susan P. I love all y'all, and I am so happy that you chose to spend this time with me this evening. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a good night, a good afternoon, a pleasant evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. I hope it's a good one. I hope that you sleep sweet and that you rest well. Watch out for deer. Stay safe. Peace to you.